When was the last time you actually had fun playing Chris of Atlan? If you can't remember, you are definitely not alone. I mean, this game is currently dying in slow motion, and today I'm just going to do a little bit of a rant about the wasted potential that this game had, all of the bad decisions the devs make, and the fixes that they will never be able to implement. I mean, we have waited for months and nothing has really changed. So grab yourself like some coffee, go grind something, play another game as you listen to me, because this is just going to be a little bit of a grind. So I'm going to quickly go point by point. I'm going to be mentioning things that I think are very, very bad for the game, and also how it can be fixed if they're even going to attempt to fix that. Now, the first one that really opened my eyes was like when the new raid launched, and I really had to, I experienced this firsthand. When the new raid came out, the Heart of Taboos, that is when I saw the amount of gap that is in the player base. Like, this gap is insane. And unfortunately, the devs are making raids and they're scaling these raids according to the top 1%, not even 1%, top like 0.1%, because it's like 3 players or so in every class that have around 100k combat power. And that is like for every server, because every server is calculated differently, right? If you like quickly check through the rankings, and then you look at the top players. So everyone who is above like 95k also will be doing enough damage for this raid to like complete it. During launch, I was like watching even some streamers do it, and they were like in a party of like 100k and above, and they were struggling with the DPS check at the time. So the way if that group with like a party of 100k was struggling with a DPS check, what about this group down here? What about this? Anyone like below like 85 or even below 90? What about the 80k ones? They can't do that raid. It's not even possible to do. And this trend kind of started when they released Dusk Feather. I feel like Dusk Feather was a little bit overtuned at the start. Right now, it's okay because people have gotten the inscriptions and things like that. The damage is there. Temple of Fate and Apocalyptic was not bad. Yeah, contrary to what people would say. I believe Lost Ruins and Temple of Fate were very mechanically well-made fights, right? So yes, you did need to do good damage and stuff, but mainly you just had to do the mechanics, you had to dodge your stuff, things like that. The new raids, it's mainly damage. If you can do the damage, just go in and do you. Like, you don't, there's nothing to, like, you can't even dodge with some of the things. It's just like some damage over time happening from time to time, like the Kraken Spine fight. It's sometimes annoying. So I don't like these fights, to be honest. Like, if I was to look at this raid page here, my favorite raid in this entire page has to be Queen Coronation. Like, the Queen fight was so good. It was so hard at the start, but anyone could do it if you could find a way to dodge the skills, if you could find a way to do aero combat. Like, there was a way around it. It was not just about damage or like defense. So let's go back to the Heart of Taboos here. So if you want to do Elite and you don't really have that kind of gear, you just want to be carried, because the amount of damage that is needed is way too high. If you cannot do like 10 billion damage around like 30 seconds, you're just going to get carried. Like, you're going to see the top 3 players in the damage chart, and they will do 6 times the amount of DPS someone else is doing on the bottom. So technically speaking, you are dead weight. You might as well just AFK. Don't even use res attempts, because you're not really contributing to anything. Unless there's a mechanic that needs you to be alive, then you try to stay alive. But apart from that, you're not really needed there. If you don't have that kind of damage, you're not needed there. You do like have you gone to a raid with these carries, and then you're actually really trying to do damage yourself, and then when you look at the damage meter on the side, you have done like 1 billion damage, and they have done like 20 billion damage. That is 20 times your damage. Like, what are you even doing there? You just keep quiet, and then you wait to be carried. Now, unfortunately for that, personally, I don't know if there's someone who thinks the same way as I am. Personally, that makes the game very boring for me, because I don't want to be carried in all of the raids. Like, what is the point? The point of getting gear is to actually do raids like that are coming up and do the challenges and be able to do stuff. But if I can't even do that, then what is the point of gaming? Like, what is the point of playing the game? So I've been like logging in less and less in the last 1 month. So I kind of really noticed that I was like kind of really losing the spark of Crystal of Atlan. And it's kind of really, it kind of really hurts because I kind of really enjoy the combat in this game. It is so well made. There's not that many MMOs right now that have this kind of combat. So yeah, it's like that. And then let's go back to story. Is also a little bit overtuned for the amount of power they expect you to do this on. And then the main thing I have with raids is the rewards. The rewards suck. They are so bad. The amount of conch of suffering needs to be increased maybe because it's RNG, the kind of blueprints you're gonna be going for anyway with those. So increase the amount of conches people get, and then the drop rate on insignias is something people have been complaining since the start of the game. This is not a specific issue with just the new raid. Ever since Checkmate, when the insignias came in, and ever since this Hexchess Guard and the Ophelia ones, these were always super rare, but unfortunately, it is such an integral part to gearing up that I don't know why. I think the drop rate of this is definitely less than 1%, less than 0.5%, because for like the 6 month, or I don't know even how long the game has been. I have played this game since launch. Logged in every day, did all the raids every week, and I believe I have gotten at most 5 insignias on all of these raids combined. Only 5. Sometimes one of them was actually very useless. It was like Polones. I used it though because I had no otherwise. I think I got a Polones and I think I got an Ophelia or something. And then that is it. And then the rest were like modules. I've gotten modules and stuff from these other ones. So you can get like a Farmine. I think it was a Plague one, if I remember correctly. And then there was one from here. I think I got a Myco module. That is it. I've never gotten another one. And there's some players who will tell you that they have not gotten a single insignia from raids. A single insignia from raids. If you go to the trading market and if you look at the insignias here, you will see there's a big problem. Like these things are always not available for sale. Now, the reason why you'll see this one's for sale today is because I'm recording this on Monday, meaning the raids have reset. People have used like their singularity caskets, they have done their automatic 3 raids, and then boom, some got lucky with the insignias, and boom, they put them up here for bidding. That is, but it's only one, and then you think it's one. Ophelia is only one. It's not like a full page of. And I don't know if this is across server market. I'm not so sure. But if it is like if it's a single server based, I am playing in like Wade 1, which is like one of the oldest servers. It was there on release. So we should have a bigger player base here. But still, there's absolutely no supply for these insignias at all. Some of them are super overpriced. Like the new raid insignia deck Demon Heart, it's like 30 million for one module. So like 300 million just to get one copy. You're going to need 3 copies. So that's like 900 million if you want to max out your Demon Heart. So I don't know how to say about that. I'm going to let you guys discuss what you feel about that. Personally, the insignia situation needs to change, or I don't know. The game is kind of done if it's going to go on like this. Personally, it kind of kills the momentum and motivation to really play, because try and tell a new player that they need to get like 3 Miranda insignias, and then 15k is like the starting bid. This one goes for like 30k each, so that's like 90 million, and then they're gonna need kind of Azir insignia, which is like 30 mil, but that's the starting bid. This one goes for like 50 sometimes, it depends. But yeah, you're gonna need billions of gold. Now, with that being said, let's go to the next part, and that is like the daily gold income. So the daily gold income is so bad. It is so bad. The amount of gold you get daily is so little. Now, when the game started, I remember making a video about dailies and weeklies, and in the dailies, we were making around 3 million gold at the time. Roughly, right? Because it fluctuates from time to time, but it's around 3 million average per day when you use all your energy. Now, fast forward to today, we are in a whole new patch, level 70 patch, and then when you do your dailies, you max out all your energy, do your like purgatory, and then you do your critical conquest. Guess how much gold you get? Around 3.5 mil, sometimes 4 million. So they gave you an extra 500k, they gave you an extra 1 mil. And the amount of gold you need to spend to enhance your gear is astronomical. It just goes up and up, and it's like, it is not even like the graph, it's insane. Like, you have to come and spend to Glen here. Like, I'm trying to go for a plus 21 weapon, and if I want to modify this 10 times, I need to tap this, and it will cost me around 3 million for each tap. Around 3 million each tap. I mean, I do have some enhancement funds here, but that's just a small privilege for being a content creator. But yeah, normally for a normal player, you need 3 million for one single tap on this one. And then you need to do this on all of these pieces of gear. All of them. In fact, you're actually forced to go to plus 18 for all of this if I want to go for plus 21. So there is that. You need gold for that. You need billions of that. Gold for that. And then you have to come to earlier here. This is your main place of getting like a specific inscription, level 3 inscription. That's what you're looking for. You're not really looking for level 1, level 2 inscriptions. Like, those are common. You're looking for level 3 inscriptions, meaning you have to come here and roll. This costs you like 20 million a week also if you're trying to be like economical. 20 million a week, sometimes maybe 50 million if you're trying to be completely stingy. But yeah, see, there's so much gold is needed to like progress, but the gold income did not increase. Now, normally in an MMO, you need like a little bit of an economy system going on. Give people something to farm for. Let them set it up for sale. Let other players buy from other players. Give players a way of making income. The more a player does, or the more players finds out about a way of making money, they make more money like that. So this is the one of the few MMO games where you will see there is no videos about how to make money in case of Atlan, because there's absolutely no way to make money in case of Atlan. Nothing here will make you money. Okay. Now we can talk about a little bit when it comes to insignias as well. This will make you money, but you're gonna get one insignia every 3 months. So it's not really something you're gonna depend on. This is just if you're lucky, okay. If you're not lucky, just shush. And then you have your materials. In fact, sometimes when you get something super good, there's a very high chance you need it yourself. So you might well just use it. And then materials here, you can just, the only thing here you can sell to make money is probably spare parts. Like, I sell a lot of spare parts. I think, yeah, I always sell spare parts because I'm not really enhancing anything at the moment. I would rather just sell the spare parts and then buy insignias. But that's the only thing that really sells, because the whales will always need spare parts to enhance. You need a shit ton of spare parts to enhance those higher level weapons, the plus 22s and 23s. Thousands of spare parts, and which you cannot earn yourself just by playing the game. And they actually do sell some of them in the cash shop, which is good news, I guess. But yeah, everything here, just by the way, you can sell your Desiriums here and there, but this is very, very little income. It's not really gonna do much for you. And then you do have like the outfit part. These things, like, well, why? Like, nothing here. If you want to sell outfits, let us sell all the outfits. Like, I have a lot of outfits here. Let me sell all of this then. Like, there's some players who probably want some of this. Let me sell everything then, if that is the point. But no, none of this is sellable. You can only sell a limited amount of outfits and like some titles. And these titles, for example, are completely useless because we have been using Supreme one, which is like the launch one until now. So the fact that these are here in the marketplace, I don't even know why. I don't know if someone is ever buying this. If you're a new player, don't buy any of these titles here. It's just a waste of your money. Oh, this is not really that much money. It's 200k. You can do like 2 dungeons, one purgatory, and you have this money. So don't really bother about this one. And then you have your homestead icons, items. These were there during the Bida collab, and then they kind of went away. We have not had another collab for a while. So, and this is a very niche thing. This is not something many people are going to be purchasing. It's just a few people who needs this thing. So, yeah, the economy in this, it's kind of dead. Now, as we talk about that, let me talk about something that kind of would have been so good for the economy and like the marketplace, but they kind of gutted it. And that is cooking. Like, how many of you have ever interacted with the cooking station? Like, ever. Maybe you started at the start of the game, and then just completely stop when you realize it is completely pointless. So yeah, I'm sure there's a people don't even know there is a cooking life skill in the game. There's a utensil and everything, and there's like ingredients. You have your wheat, you have your fruits, you have your rice, you have your carrots. You can make so many food buffs here. Really nice food buffs as well. And you needed to get recipes, and then these recipes were used to craft things. These food buffs in the game, which was super good. Very very important food buffs. Now, the way we were getting these recipes was by exploration. Now, exploration used to give you most of the recipes. You had to go into every city and then go into the exploration zones, walk around, and then you'd get your progress here, fill up your progress, and then you're going to start unlocking these recipes. And then these recipes would give you like the elemental damage buff foods and things like that. Super important food buffs as well. And then guess what they did? They decided that they are going to put all the food buffs on one NPC. I am going to show you how they killed that entire system. They made a life skill and then they killed it. Why? I have no idea. They put all the food buffs in Gurad. You can just come here and you can buy your weekly food buffs for likes. You get these likes so easily. Just do it with people. They're going to quick like you. Boom. You can never run out of this if you're buying like just the food buffs you need. So you can come here, buy your weekly food buffs, like 21 for movement speed buffs, and boom, you are sorted for like, I don't know, 2 weeks. And then next week you can do it again. All the food buffs are here. All the BIS food buffs in the game are here on this NPC. So they killed two major content in the game. One, they killed cooking as a life skill, because now they could have used that cooking as a life skill to let people cook and then sell those food to other players in the game and make money, make it an economy. And then another thing they killed was the exploration zones. So exploration zones was something that was super good. I actually kind of enjoyed it at the start, but it became like completely pointless, because exploration zones actually had a nice gameplay loop to it, because some of this food required ingredients, and these ingredients you could get them in like exploration zones. For example, Colossal Wood exploration, Tree Heart Ruins. So you are gonna go into like Colossal Woods, and then you're gonna go into it in exploration mode. There were mobs in there. There were like these items you could interact with on the ground, and then you could gather. There was actually a gathering life skill. And then there was like this stamina system where you could only gather a limited amount per day. So that's another system that was just forgotten. And then inside here, there were like bosses, and these bosses would like, reward you with a little bit of stuff, not that important. They could have buffed that, but you could also shout in server and ask for help for some of those bosses. All of that content kind of just deleted from the game. Like they just abandoned it. It's so sad that this thing is like completely abandoned like that. I don't know why they did that, but you know what? Who am I to judge? I guess they found like this is, it was not worth the development time at all. Because there's even a whole new exploration zone in the new area, the floating settlement. So, I mean, the development time is there apparently for this, but it's like completely forgotten. There's no point of going here. There's no point of going to gather anything in here, because crafting is no longer something that you need to worry about in this game. There's absolutely no reason to craft anything. No food, not materials, not nothing. It is just a dead content that is, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do anything about it. But it had like this nice gameplay loop that you would be done with your dailies and then you'd go and do exploration. And exploration was rewarding at the time, because you'd go and work towards getting those important recipes, and recipes at the time were like something we thought would be useful for late game, but you know what, they killed that one. So yeah, so I really wish they actually did something about that, but I don't know. I don't think they'll ever do anything about the exploration. I think that is just dead content for now. Speaking about dead content, like if you go to this page here and then let's click adventure here, 90% of this is dead content. The only thing we do is purgatory. Like it's supposed to be a hub-based MMO, but like the 14th century, once you do your raid, once you do your story, you never touch any of this, even in the Elite mode. We were doing the Elite mode just to get like the first clear reward, and then that is it. Like, you will never touch this. You will never touch the boss here, like the ruin ship boss. You'll never touch, because there's nothing to farm in this guy. Absolutely nothing to farm in this guy. I mean, yes, he has the Hawk insignia, but no one will farm it, because guess what? Hawk insignia drop rate 0.0002%. So no one will farm here. No one is farming this. Chrome military, there's a boss here, mechanical tower. People don't even know that. There's a big boss, and he drops mechanical core. Guess what? No one will farm it, because guess what? 0.001% drop rate. Dead content. All of this is dead content. That there is the story mode is this. People did this like as a story, but there's an allied version of it. And this one needs to be scaled up to our level, and the bosses here needs to actually give good rewards. Like, what are these? It doesn't even make sense. So I don't know. There's just so much dead content in this game. Let's go to the next one here. Let's go to temper trials. When is the last time people did temper trials? Most people went to the as high as they could, and then they just stopped. Me, I got to like 154, which is not really that high as well, but I saw the amount of gold you get. you get 23,000 gold. The higher you go, let's say you go to, I don't even know how much high, how high have people gotten? 446. I can promise you, he earns like, let's say 50k gold for that one. It is not that good. Like, the reward is so shit. The reward is so bad. It is so bad. So another dead content, because like it is not rewarding at all. Like, there's no point to do temper trial. So this content, it died. You'll never get a team to do it. Just died. Duel of Bonds, another thing that started well. It was super good at the start, gave you really good rewards, but it's a one-time thing. As a new player, you do it, you get the rewards, you're kind of happy, and then it is just dead like that, automatically dead. There is a challenge mode here, which is super good. I've enjoyed this one, but the rewards are so bad. There's also a challenge mode here. There's people who don't even know this one exists, but you can do this in challenge mode, and you can increase how strong these bosses are. Actually put like as hard as possible, everything, so you can get maximum points. And there's like leaderboards, but the rewards are so shit that is not even worth it, to be honest. So Duel of Bonds, another content that is just dead. It's just dead. They should have made this like a weekly thing. 2 bosses here on rotations, because there's like a lot of bosses, right? There's a lot of bosses here. Let us fight like Wade and also like Crazy for this week. Let it drop like insignia module or something. 100% drop rate on one insignia module per week. So 2 modules per week guaranteed. That is something farmable that people can actually enjoy. And these bosses can be really hard, because it's mainly like a PvP fight when you have all the amplifications are activated here to like level 4, right? It's super fun fight. But you know, it's another dead content. Let's go to Arena. Kind of another dead content. You kind of do your Shura Cup here. So the thing about this, it's a weekly thing. The rewards are not bad, but guess what? You do this in like 30 seconds. It's like 35 seconds. People do this in like 35 seconds. And that is like for the entire Shura Cup, not one boss. If it's just one boss, you can do it in like 15 seconds. And then you're done for the weekly. That is it. You're done for the weekly. That is Ashura Cup. Another dead content. Void Realm. This one was fun at the start, and then it died. Like, it's no longer updated anymore. It was actually so much fun. I actually loved this boss. This boss was so good. But another dead content. I mean, you'd get your origin engraved, and then you'd never touch this piece of content again. They never updated it. It just died. And then we have the Fleece Challenge. Of course, here we enjoy this one from time to time. Critical Conquest. One of the most boring things that we are forced to do. The most boring thing you're forced to do. You just do this on repeat until your energy runs out, just because the tickets are cheap to get, and it's like the only place to like dump your energy. You don't get anything of importance in here. You will never get this insignia. It's another 0.0005% chance for this to drop. You're not here for any of these things. You're just here for like a little bit of gold and making sure your energy does not overflow. Very bad piece of content. Super bad piece of content. It makes dailies a chore, and it just needs to be deleted from the game. I don't know how they're gonna do about this one, but it is so bad. Not even Like you can't even choose anything here because this is like a purple insignia here, and then this is like a like why? It's not even a choice. You will only just do like the big one here, like this one's, but this one's yeah. I mean, if you want a little bit more gold, maybe go for Odessa. If you want a little bit more insignia, go for here. But it's still, I hate this piece of content, but I just have to do it because I guess what? It's a daily, and it's one of the only ways to like get rid of your energy like really quick. So I guess you are stuck with that piece of content, but it is gonna kill the game. A lot of people will quit because they don't want to do a conquest every day for months at a time to only get like 3 million a day. So that is that. Then we're gonna go to like the other piece of content like PvP. Let's go about PvP. PvP was pretty good at the start, but unfortunately it was killed by class balancing. And this game does not do a good job when it comes to class balancing. Patches will come like once every 3 months, and it's like a couple of paragraphs, maybe a few fixes here and there, not really major changes. So don't really like if you have like a particular class you are struggling with in PvP, yeah, you're gonna struggle with it like forever. To be honest, don't really wait for them to change anything. Nothing is really gonna change. However, I don't really have I'm not really a big PvP person. However, if we look at the rewards for PvP, they are terrible. Absolutely terrible. Like you do your PvP and everything mainly to get your battle points. Once you get your battle points, then you go to the cash shop over here. There's usually a redeem tab. And in the redeem tab, you can redeem your battle points. Guess what they'll give you here? They'll give you Vanguard artifact boxes, 10 per month. There's even a limit because of how strong this item is. There's even like an icon here of fire to show you it's the most sought after item in the game. It is so bad. You have a chance to get stuff here. You're gonna get like maybe potions and stuff. It is, I don't even know. And then you have like 10 calibration compasses. And then you have one catalyst. How generous for 1,000 battlefield points. How generous. You can get one catalyst. And guess what? It is so good of an item that you can only get one per month using 1,000 battle points. Guess what you're going to be spending all your other battle points on? Some health potions. Oh my god. You can get health potions. Who has ever used health potions in this game? I don't even know why they exist. Like, what is the point of health potions? I mean, we have injections. So what is this? Is the dead item. They're not even supposed to be here. It's just bloat. And then you might think I'm like hiding all the good rewards. Like there's nothing. These are just gear. Even if you like level up to gold, sergeant, whatever, nothing. It's just pieces of gear. Absolutely nothing. And then at the end, maybe some outfit. I don't really mind about the outfit being expensive or being, yeah, you get legend, get a specific outfit, but no one really cares about it. It doesn't even look that good. PvP, dead. You do it if you enjoy it, but you're not going to be rewarded for it at all. At all. Now, with that being said, there is one piece of PvP content that is not that bad, and that is the Mine Wars. So Mine Wars it's not the best, but it's also not the worst. The rewards for Mine Wars are actually not bad. So you do get commendations for Mine Wars and also Asian Battlefield. I'm going to put them in the same category. This page, the rewards page for that is actually good. I am not going to trash talk this one. This one is actually pretty good. You get your module boxes here in a monthly limit. You get your gacha pools. You get your catalyst 4 here and then 20 on this one. And it's decently priced, like 100 for each. Decently priced. This one is not a bad page, you guys. I'm not going to trash talk them on everything. This one is not a bad page. Pretty good shop here. I wish they copied this one into the other battle points one so that people can do 1v1s, ranked and stuff like that. But yeah, they killed that part of the PvP. They want people to do Asian Battlefield and Mine Wars because, that is not equalized. The battle one, this one is equalized. This one is equalized. They don't want you to get gear by skill. They want you to get gear by being able to, use your gear that you have paid for. So another thing that is actually going to kill the game, but yeah, let's just wish, I don't know. We're just, it's a rant video, so I just wish this one was also in the Battlefield shop. This one also ties to like the fleet. The fleet also is not that bad, but you do get some pulls every month. But this HP things that they put here, it is just pure bloat. They need to be completely deleted from the game, 100% deleted from the game. It's completely useless. No one uses it. Even a new player won't use this one. And then they have the recipes. This was a good place to get recipes, important recipes. But guess what? Well, they sell you. There's an NPC that gives you all the food buffs. So cooking life skill was killed. It was dead in the water. So all of these recipes completely useless. I don't know how they're gonna do. I don't think they'll ever revive that. There's a lot of power food, unless they release new food that can only be achieved by crafting and let people sell those to other players. That is all. That is all. Otherwise, then they just kill their own recipe system and all that. They kill it. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about as we end the video is, and this is not something I think is going to change, it's just how big of a gap the class balancing is, the meta of the classes, and then what inscriptions did to the game. So at the start, when you like look at your rankings, maybe in Fleece and mainly Fleece here. So in Fleece, most people would be, even if you are comparing with like a pay to win person, it was reasonable. You would do something like 7 billion damage, and then the pay to win person would do like 10 billion damage. So it was not that big of a difference. Now, things have just gone way out of hand, because you'd see something like this happening. So you'd find some players are doing like 150 to 200 billion damage in Fleece. And then the normal players who are not like spenders and stuff are doing around 20 billion damage on average. Like that is someone who is really trying to do their dailies, trying to like, someone like this, like 26 billion, this is very doable free to play. Very doable. 26 billion, maybe even 30 billion if you're like very try hard. So see, around 86k power, let's say 90k power. And then you look at someone with like 100k power. You see, it's not a big difference, right? Not a big difference. 80k to 90k to like 100, right? So a player like this would do doing 26k, around 86k power, let's say 90k power. Now look at someone who has like 100k power, so 10k extra power. So let's look at this. 107, so around 17k extra power. He is doing 176 billion damage. That is like, with that difference, I know I'm using like different classes, but this is just because it's Monday, not so many people have done this. But yeah, with that bigger difference, you'll notice that these players, we are at around 100k, 105, will be doing 7 to 10 times more damage than someone that is around 80k or 90k, right? It is like the scaling is insane. Now, the problem is they make content for those players at top, which kind of kills everyone underneath. So anyone who is not 100k-ish or like 95k-ish will not have fun in the game. Will not have fun in the game. They just go in a raid. You cannot even contribute. It's not even fun to watch yourself do 10 billion damage, and then you're getting carried by someone doing 50 billion damage in the same fight. Not even 50. If you're doing 10 billion, they're doing 100 billion. But mainly you're doing like 1 billion, and then they're doing like 20 billion or something like that. It's actually insane. And I don't know about you guys, but personally, I do not enjoy that at all. I don't know what they're gonna do to fix that. There's so many things they need to do to fix that. They need to fix so many things in the game, the economy, how players earn gold. Players need to earn so much more gold for this to like get fixed. Bound gold, I don't really care about unbound gold. Let unbound gold stay like it is, right? But unbound gold should be, the income should be way better for unbound gold. For example, let raids give good gold. Raids give you like 100k gold. That is how much raids give you. I think I can't even see it here, right? Yeah, I believe it's 100k gold for every completion. It should be 1 million or even 3 million for every completion. It's a weekly thing. It's not a daily. It's a weekly. And there's even a limit. Do you guys know there's a limit of how much gold you can get with raids? I don't know if it's 1 million. Once you do like 10 of them and then you are like capped, you can't get any more gold from raids. Why? I don't get it. It's like 1 million per week. this is a few things which I really have no idea why they do it for the game. I feel like it is just poisonous and it just kills the game slowly. Uh, so this is just a rant video. There's always one rant video before someone decides I'm kind of done with the game. I am feeling like it's on its last legs. I have been supporting it since day one, but I'm like really looking to other things. I've been playing other games. I've been playing a lot of Where Means Meat. I've been playing a lot of Warframe as well. So I am thinking of like branching out, start doing more content on these other games because Chris of Atlan is really not it. I'm still gonna be playing it as well because I like the combat. The combat is good. I'm not gonna lie, guys. The combat is super good. The classes are super good. So that part, I'm gonna give them an S tier on that one. It's super good. Balance is like F tier, but the combat is pretty good. So yeah, thanks guys for watching this long. I think it's a very long rant actually. And I guess I'll see you guys on the next one that I'm making. Still gonna be Chris Val. I'm still gonna be playing the game. I'm not quitting if that's what you guys are thinking this video is about. No, I'm not quitting the game. I'm just wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. It's just my thoughts, and I'm hoping to share my thoughts with you guys. I don't know if the devs will ever listen to this. If they ever listen to it, I don't think they will. Oh, I don't know, but you guys can like discuss it. Say what you like about the game in the comment section below, and then tell me about what you hate most about the game in the comment section below, and we're gonna have a little bit of a discussion down there. So thanks guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this piece of content. It really helps me out a lot, and I guess I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.